Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to work with child actors. So in the last few years, I've worked on so many different films with child actors. I directed 5 films with child actors, and I'm not talking about, high school students or middle school. I'm talking about like elementary school, little kids. I think they're a great way to bring in a little bit of magic to your films. And it's always so fun, but sometimes it could get a little frustrating to work with child actors. So I'm going to be teaching you guys what's the best way of this whole process. Number 1 I want to talk about is casting. Finding child actors, there's a lot of ways to do it. Obviously the easiest way is finding your own siblings or family or friends. But if this doesn't work, there's a ton of websites like Breakdown Express, casting networks that you can use, put on ads saying the age range you're looking for your movie, and then posting it out. And I think there will be a lot of parents who would see it and then sign their kids up to act in your movie. And I think probably even better than that is to find acting coaches for children. There's acting academies you can reach out to, or if you know any acting coaches in your local area, you can reach out to them. They'll probably have, a class of kids that they work with a lot of times. So a film I worked on recently called Missing at Sea, there was this little girl who voiced one of the characters, the sister of the main character, and I found her through an acting coach, and we did these auditions, and auditions are a great way to kind of get the vibe of the kid, how easy they are to take directions. So make sure you don't skip out on that. Make sure you find the best fit for your film before you even step on set. So once you do, it's shooting day, the actor's here. Number 1, you gotta get to know them, right? You have to have a lot of patience with them. You gotta be treating them with respect and be friendly with them. Because, they don't have to act in your movie, right? They can be playing with their Legos like what I did when I was a kid. So make sure you respect their time working on your set. And sometimes it's hard for them to comprehend what you're trying to ask for. So just be patient with them and kind of enjoy the process, right? So when you're directing kids, I think it's super important to be very, very specific. I feel like with a lot of older actors, you can say something kind of general and they can get what you mean. It's a little harder when someone that is super young, right? They have limited experience. And I think a lot of these tips apply to first-time actors as well, not just kid actors. And just make sure you give them very specific directions, exactly what they want to do. And, to even make it better, explain to them why you want to do that. And I think if you're telling someone to, hey, go kick the fence, you gotta explain to them why they're doing it, right? So they have to understand why you want them to do the specific thing. Another one I want to talk about is being able to tap into their imagination. We've all been kids at one point, right? We know the imagination we had, the creativity, the whole world building that's always going on in our heads. So make sure you use the story, your directions to invoke and tap into their psychology, right? Be really working with them to create this world of this character in their heads, to make them kind of just imagine themselves as the character. And I think this is honestly part of directing in general, is just tapping into your actor's psychology to bring in another person out of them. And last but not least is have fun, right? I think making movies is all about enjoying the process of it. So don't make it boring, don't make it strict, don't make it toxic. You really shouldn't with any actor, but especially with kids, they have a bright future ahead of them. Motivate them, work with them, give them the best time of their lives. We only live through our childhood once, right? So be nice and have a lot of fun. So a bonus tip I want to talk about is make sure you put a lot of effort into pre-production, because things could change on set. When you're making the film, a lot of things could go wrong. So the more prep work you put in beforehand in pre-production, know exactly the blocking, the camera, work with your whole team, the whole crew knows exactly what they're doing. You hop on set, meet the child actor, and you can just focus on just the child actor, so you're not kind of constantly trying to figure out, where do you put this floppy, where do you put this light, where do you put the camera. So you're a lot more focused if you do all the pre-production work beforehand and you do it really well. So one of the films I worked on recently with a lot of child actors, it's a film called There Is Only One, about these 2 kids who go into a forest and discover a magic sword. And this film was kind of like my love letter to high school and childhood. So if you guys are interested, check out this video right here to see how I was able to bring out the imagination in my child actors. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.